In all my Bollywood dance classes, I have always said that if you do not take from the classical tradition, you will not be the best Bollywood dancer that you can be. I mean, even today, if you look at all our good dancers in film, Madhuri Dixit, classically trained, Aishwarya Rai, classically trained. Everyone that you see, Meenakshi Sheshadri, classically trained. They were all very good dancers, but all with a classical training. And you can see it even in the Bollywood dance that they do, which is not classically based. You can still see that they will have that influence come in terms of their posture, in terms of the way they hold their arms, in the way they use their eyes, because obviously that was one of the huge things in classical training, the way you project. And that will come in all these Bollywood dances when they are being performed by someone who's classically trained.
How do you feel you have contributed to the development of Indian dance in the UK through your teaching?
Development of Indian dance in the UK, I wouldn't be as lofty as that and say that I've contributed anything really. I just think that I have a passion for dance, and I'm very fortunate to have found people with an equal passion for dance who will come regularly to the classes and try and learn something and help me to be creative as well. I think what I see more and more of is that the classes seem to attract a variety of people, not just Asian people, but a variety of different people who are willing to put in the time and the effort to learn something that can be fabulously fun.
What do you think is the future of Indian dance in London?
Oh, I think I'm very inspired by what has happened in the last 20 years in the UK, from when I came to now, when there's so much of Indian dance going on everywhere and in such wonderful ways. I think also, lots of people when I was growing up and we were trying to do all these new things with Bharatanatyam said, well, we'll destroy the classical. And I don't think that has happened. I don't think that will ever happen either. Most people who are classically trained love their roots and will not give up on them easily or distort them in ways that are not authentic. So I think the future of dance is always safe. It's always great to see new creation. That's the only way that an art form grows. I mean, if we hold on to it and stifle it, we are going to kill it. So I'm very, very inspired that it's expanding and, different people doing it. It's fabulous to see. I'd love to see what happens in 20 years' time.
Wow, that's perfect. And where are you teaching right now?
I'm teaching at a variety of places. At the Waterman's Arts Centre, where we are today. I teach on Sunday mornings. Also at Heston, I teach at Richmond, so in West London.
Okay. Just to go back to your first job as a dancer was in India? Or was
Yes.
Where was it?
Yes, I was actually quite fortunate because I did my degree in hotel management and came out of college, and I had a letter from the government of India asking me to do some festivals that they were running around the world. And the first one was in Portugal. We went for about 20 days. I was doing Bharatanatyam. There was a Kathak dance as well. And before we came back, we had a letter to go to Kenya. We came back and we had a letter to go to Zimbabwe. So for the first year after I completed my studies, I was not in India at all and dancing for the government of India, which was fabulous because it gave me a huge, huge exposure to a variety of world audiences that I would never have had. And when I came to the UK, the first big company that I worked with was the Shobna Jaisingh Dance Company. A lot of classes that I have all over the west of London come together twice a year. We have showcases, student showcases, and I have over 80 students dancing in each of these showcases. I think it's very important. I've always tried to have these performances because to me, it is a part of the training itself. To be on stage, it's all very well to be in a studio in front of a mirror and looking at yourself all the time, but that's not what dance is meant to be. Dance is to be shared. And when you're on stage, in front of an audience that has 250 people sitting, it's a whole new perspective because you're expected then to project. You're thinking beyond the box, and you're not thinking of yourself. You're thinking of the other people on stage with you, teamwork, how you're going to adjust your space, all of that. And we tend to have two of these where we invite friends and families of our students. We have a very, very professional setting, so professionally done lighting. The way the whole evening happens, it happens for an hour and a half, and the whole thing is very professional. So even the youngest student at 5 will know what a professional dance performance looks like and will carry that experience from year to year, not just in the dance work that we do, but also outside, in school work or in other things that they're doing in life.
Could you tell us a little bit more about sort of what kind of costumes, what kind of music you use?
Yes, I use the music that I use. I often source from India, and for Bollywood, obviously, we use film music. The costumes also are used basically whatever students have. I don't use costumes that I provide. They will get their own so that they're comfortable in them. For Bharatanatyam, we use half saris, and will have as much traditional jewelry as possible. But to me, that is not the main thing. I don't expect people to go and buy lots of different things. It is much more about what we have. For Bollywood also, it is things that can be danced in comfortably.
And I just want to talk a little bit more about the students now. As in, do you find, whether they're, toddlers or they're adults, what kind of goals do you think they've set themselves, or what kind of expectations do they have? How serious are they of this is what I want to achieve by the end of, say, 3 months or 6 months, or and what is the kind of audience looking for, when they're coming to see a performance by the students, by the Bollywood dance students of Monisha Bharadwaj?
Okay. I normally teach students from age 5 upwards. I have students who are over 60 as well, and they're all coming in for different reasons. The little ones obviously are coming in because their parents want them to learn Indian dance. This may be because they think it's part of Indian culture, trying to keep a connection with the roots. For older students, it is because it's an interesting dance form. It's also an art form that they can take to other things. So for example, I've got teachers in my classes who then use the technique for their teaching skills. They sometimes have workshops in their own schools, or people in health who will then take the techniques and do fitness classes. So a variety of reasons I can see that people come in for. When we have an audience coming in, they're coming in basically, again, I think lots of people wanting to enjoy something that is familiar, but that you don't see that often. I don't think we see classical dance performances that often, or even Bollywood dance performances that often. And everyone who comes in knows about them, about the dances, and would like to participate and be one with the performers on stage.